Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. We have a very serious topic to talk about in today's video. We are going to be reacting to Hoops Reference 2025 NBA mock draft, best mock drafter around. So subscribe to his channel. But before we do that, man, I got to have a serious conversation with the fan base of the Philadelphia 76ers, man. Okay? So I've been having some issues with you guys as of late, and you guys are being some a-holes, and I really don't know why. Okay? So my Pistons got Tobias Harris, and I was fine with it. I'm fine with Tobias, man. It's a 2-year contract, okay? It's Tobias. I don't mind. And you got Philly fans coming at me saying, oh, once by the trade deadline, you won't like him anymore. And I'm like, yo, bitch, I saw him play before, man. He's played for my franchise. I've seen Tobias. I went on Twitter, I says he reminds me of, the Chris Middleton of power forwards. And then Philly fans were all calling me idiot. An idiot. And I understand, man, that he had his woes in the playoffs. But regular season, he's a solid player, man. He's been a 17-8-3 guy his entire career. That's consistent, like Chris Middleton. And you got to be in the playoffs before you even worry about a playoff performance. So I understand from Philly's standpoint, like maybe Tobias wasn't it. But I also know, too, that you guys are known for hating your own players while they play for you. And after, man, if you don't get your way, man. They say after 5 years of a business isn't successful and cut it loose, bro, we about on year 50 of the process, okay? So quit talking about the process just to make it fair that Joel Embiid don't got a championship ring, man. There's no process. It's just a Reggie Miller or a Tracy McGrady. That's all it is, man. It ain't that deep. In playoff P, we all know that first, the 2 for 13 game out in the playoffs, man, y'all gonna be ripping at his throat, man, in the playoffs. Just like Tobias. Once playoff P, it's gonna be playoff Philly, bro. Alright, so I'm just saying, man, like, Pistons fans came into this offseason looking like this. Okay? It's Britney, bitch. We having a Britney Spears, Amanda Bynes breakdown, bro. And we're happy to have Tobias. Thank you very much. Charlotte's mock draft. I'm joking. I'm not that angry. I'm not that angry. I mean, it is a little annoying at times. You get a lot of people, and then you clap back on, Twitter or whatever, and you say, like, you say your piece, and you got somebody else in the same saying, oh, why, Crispy, why you got such a salty response? And it's like, I'm allowed to have 100 people message me, and I can't talk back, and I'm a bad guy? Shut your bitch ass up. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have a discussion. Okay? Just because you don't agree, don't make somebody an idiot. Sometimes it does. I'm probably an idiot.
Early to be talking about this, and of
Cooper!
course, I'm not going to pretend that this mock draft is going to hold up perfectly 1 year from now, but we are here to deliver a way too early mock draft for the class of 2025, while the NBA draft spirit is still alive, basically just as a way to get all of you introduced to the biggest names in next year's class.
I'm telling you, I check out my athletic report, and, if it's a fun season, I'll watch some college b-ball, but my Michigan Wolverines have been kind of garbage, bro. But I would say I get the bulk of my stuff from Hoops Reference, man. He's a very good channel to follow for some good, NBA insight. And he doesn't do it all, all flashy and stuff. He just tells you like it is, and I love that,
So to keep
he
an eye
states
on
the
moving
facts.
forward. This year's draft class was viewed by most as a pretty down year talent-wise, but with that being said, teams have been labeling the class of 2025 as the exact opposite, with a few potential big-time stars in the making on the way.
And I like that the Pistons are contending with Tobias. I'm not contending, you know what I mean, man. Playing basketball with Tobias Harris, bro, because, yeah, it's probably going to hurt our draft chances, but having the worst record and getting the 5th pick anyway, you might as well be competitive.
Though,
because tanking don't do nothing in Detroit.
Right now aren't even subscribed to the channel.
Am I right or am I right?
Content, consider hitting the subscribe button, as not only does it help out a ton, but I'd also very much appreciate it. Now with that being said, let's begin. Starting with the first pick in the draft, the Washington Wizards select Cooper Flagg.
No, bro, okay. He is gonna be a Detroit Piston, man. We have suffered enough. We got left out on Wembanyama. 3 years of the 5th pick. Cooper Flagg is ours, man. DC is not going to screw up another NBA career. What's that one kid they got, bro? The commercial, the Taco Bell commercial kid, bro. Oh, I can't remember his name. Y'all just draft. You got Weaver out there. 17 big men already. Rashawn Holmes, Marvin Bagley, Sarr. Y'all got Valanciunas too, don't you? Oh my God, there's no way they're gonna let Cooper Flagg get his career ruined down the dang DC, bro. Out DC, disconnect.
Everything
my fandom of the NBA if this happens.
This point screams that he has the real deal potential in him to be a legit star in the making. He's a 6'9" wing player with
I don't know, he looks like a YMCA-er.
Skills off the dribble from all 3 levels and can punish a defense in a plethora of ways.
Like he's playing,
professional
he's playing really cocky here, bro. And I used to hate kids like this that were like 2 feet taller than me in high school, bro. And they would just act all tough because they're tall. If I was 7 foot, bro, I would be probably maybe a Karl Anthony Towns.
Already as a 17-year-old, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that he would more than likely still have been the #1 pick in this year's draft at 17 years old as well. He gets to the basket and finishes strong.
It was a potential-based draft, I think.
Sag off, and he's also an incredibly promising passer for someone his size too. So if you go overboard to collapse on him, he's finding the open man. He leads a stacked recruiting class at Duke this upcoming season.
Can you do that against not the plumber's son in high school?
Next, with the
Ace
second
Bailey.
pick,
We don't got the
Charlotte
second?
Hornets
Come on,
select
man.
Ace Bailey, who is going to Rutgers. We just discussed how Flagg already has scouts excited, but Ace Bailey will be coming in looking to push him hard as a possible #1 pick as well. Just like Flagg, he's also a highly impressive 6'9" shot creator
6'9"?
who has explosive athleticism
probably about
to
6'11".
overwhelm slower defenders on top of it.
I like
As a
him.
pure scorer, he may have Flagg beat, but if he wants to nudge him out for #1, he's going to need to improve defensively and as a playmaker.
Bro, if you just want to come to the Pistons and drop a 30-piece, you don't got to do nothing else, bro. 0 rebounds, 0 assists, man. Just drop 30, bro. Sorry, got the rest of it,
General,
man.
though, he's
You're
an
just gonna be
NBA
a bucket
scout's
in the
dream
D.
as a scoring talent who will wow you
cool. I
with
like
his
Ace
incredible
Bailey.
athleticism.
Like, yeah.
But don't let that bounce fool you, because while most raw athletes like him come in with raw skill sets too, Bailey has the shot-making prowess to kill you in a number of different ways, and is looking to lead Rutgers
Bro, he
to
better
some
than
newfound prominence
Cooper.
next season.
Come on now.
Next, with the third pick,
Come
the
on,
Golden
man.
Trailblazers select
Literally says, come on. Where do we stand with Detroit, man?
Come on, Maluash, who is going to Duke. That's right, Maluash will be joining #1 prospect Cooper Flagg at Duke next season. And together, they could do a lot of damage. Maluash is a potential unicorn in the making as a 7'2" center who will come in ready to anchor a defense with his overwhelming size and length, and he has a terrific feel for the game for such a young talent.
Is he a jumper?
Offensively,
Was
he's
that him?
very skilled with nice touch around the basket, promising shooting mechanics, and he understands when to pass and when to attack around the basket, so he doesn't get overwhelmed by too much defensive pressure.
Wait, you said he was 7'2",
Next,
right?
with the 4th pick, the San Antonio Spurs select Dylan Harper, who is going to Rutgers. That's right, Harper will be teamed up with Ace Bailey at Rutgers, so we already have
okay, I ain't gonna lie, that's not a great looking lefty shot, man.
Teammates heading into next year's class,
Very
working
low.
together to boost each other up.
I don't like
Harper
lefty.
is the son of former Chicago Bull All-Star Ron Harper, so he comes from an NBA family and is ready to make a name for himself as a high.
Bro, you know who I want from an NBA family? I want Cameron Boozer. That kid be looking like a stud, bro, just like his father Carlos. Carlos Boozer. On the Jazz, not the Bulls days. We don't talk about that.
Can kill you in a plethora
Mehmet
of
Okur,
ways.
Paul Millsap,
He's got a strong base for a guard.
AK-47,
He has
D-Will,
long
Ronnie
arms,
Brewer.
and he's so crafty off the dribble, capably
Kyle
breaking
Korver?
down
Yeah, Kyle
defenders,
Korver.
taking whatever they give him. He can heat up at any moment, and when his 3 starts falling at a consistent rate, he could be nearly unstoppable
shot again.
because he's an outstanding finisher when he gets to the rim. Up next with the 5th
Bro, you
pick,
did
the
give us the 5th pick, bro. You know, I got my notepad opened. I didn't even watch the video yet, bro. I was gonna title this 2025 NBA Mock Draft 5th pick overall Detroit Pistons edition, because I thought it would be funny as a title. But I thought, we'd probably get like maybe the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd pick in this video, and it wasn't gonna make sense. You giving us Jalil Bethea. Can't even be Jalil Okafor, bro, or Bethesda. Jalil Betha. Who?
Detroit Pistons select Jalil Bea, who is going to Miami. Bea is one of the best pure shot makers in this year's draft class, and with his confidence, there isn't a shot he won't take and make.
He got that
He really excels knocking down shots from deep on the move and off the dribble, which is really the sign of a pure scorer. And even though he does sometimes settle for contested looks, he still shoots the ball very efficiently. He's 6'4", so he has good size for a guard, and when he's locked in, he can really make his presence felt on the defensive end too. So when defenses overextend on him on the perimeter,
maybe CJ McCollum will tell you, honestly.
He can even maneuver his way into the paint and capitalize, so he's pretty balanced. Next, with the 6th pick, the Chicago Bulls select Hugo Gonzalez from Spain. Gonzalez is playing for Real Madrid, and what sticks out about him is how much havoc he causes.
There ain't no footage of him.
He generates so many turnovers, pestering his matchup and making their life as difficult as possible.
Takes a hell of a picture too. You know what he kind of looks like? He kind of looked like that dude from You.
He recovers well, he knows where to be at all times, and he's just really smart on that end for his age. Offensively, he's a terrific athlete that gets out in transition and pushes the pace in space, but when the game slows down, that's where he will need to continue to work and improve, both as a shooter and overall creator. Next, with the 7th pick, the Houston Rockets select VJ Edgecombe, who is going to Baylor. With VJ, you always have to be on your toes if you're guarding him because he will explode and put you on a poster if you're caught sleeping. He's a high-flying wing player with elite explosiveness, and as a slasher, he does a lot of damage.
You know, one thing I'm really noticing is that all the bad teams continue to be bad, and all the good teams continue to be good. And I feel like we're going to have, like, 3 teams that have, like, every single top 3 pick from, like, the past decade on their team, bro. And then nobody's going to pan out because they're going to be lost in rotation.
Rim. He's got the physical tools to really shine as a two-way talent that can also defend at a high level, and some scouts already see him as a future member of the NBA's all-defense team because of it. The hope is that he continues to improve as a shooter, because if he does that, then he will definitely be one of the first names off the board next year. Next, with the 8th pick, the San Antonio Spurs, who owned the Raptors pick, select Trey Johnson, who is going to Texas. This draft class is much more loaded with versatile scoring talent on the wing than there was in this year's draft class, and Trey Johnson is yet another player that falls into that category. At 6'6", he can play either wing position and plays with a score-first mentality. He shoots it with ease from beyond the arc with mechanics that will definitely translate, and is a quality free throw shooter, which is always a good sign of someone's shooting touch translating, and on top of that, he can also
trust me, I'll try to sell my backyard, I'm going to make fast free throws, and then I'll break everything else for the next hour.
Rim and finish with power or touch. So again, you can't overextend or he will punish you.
Went to college.
Next, with the 9th pick, the Utah Jazz select Liam Mcne, who is going to Connecticut. Mcne is coming from the prestigious Montverde Academy that has produced countless NBA players over the years, and he himself is a sharpshooter of this draft class. Mcne shot a formidable 45% from 3 last year in high school, so if you give him even a tiny bit of space, he's pulling the trigger and making you pay. At 6'7" and with a very high release, he comfortably shoots over the contests of defenders and remains relatively unfazed, so he comes in with all the attributes that you want from a sharpshooter. And
see, finally, I don't like that BS though, bro. I would not like seeing that BS, bro. Look at this.
All the attributes that you want from a sharpshooter.
Who are you calling? Make the damn shot, get back on defense. I'm so sick of seeing these young bloods out here, bro, acting up, man. Every single time I see some highlights, they're just doing some cocky stuff out there. But I guess it is high school. I'll be doing the same. I don't know. I was on the basketball team, but rumor had it was that if you showed off, you know, in games or whatever, the coach would bench you. I just got cut.
Shooter. And finally, we'll round out the top 10 here with the Atlanta Hawks selecting Igor Demin, who is going to BYU. Demon actually played with Hugo Gonzalez
jeans.
at Real Madrid, but is making the leap to college basketball for the season. What scouts love about Demon's game is that he has such a natural feel for the game, and at 6'9", his combination of size and skill plus his sneaky explosiveness is pretty refreshing. He does need to bulk up a little bit as he is on the skinny side, but he's an unselfish player that makes good reads, and
he going from Real Madrid to McDonald's, bro. He'll bulk up just fine, bro. Hit him with that quarter pounder, man. Maybe even a double. Okay, that's all we got for this video. If we get the 5th pick, I'm gonna. What do I even do? It would be the 4th straight time, right? Just cope.